And then welcome to I'm going to start calling this flow, breath, expand. I guess it should be expansion, but I like expand better. So maybe I'll say flow, breathe, expand. How about that? All verbs. Flow, breathe, and expand. Um, because I don't want to confuse it with like a deep stretch. We're still going to stretch and do all that stuff. Not going to get crazy. There's going to be lots of places where you can stop, stay, or go deeper. So that's kind of my vision for this Friday morning practice. I feel like we've all, at least here, right? I know I've got people all over, but I've got some people in India. um, Here, things are cold right now. I'm feeling a little stagnant and stuck, and I know the whole world feels a little off kilter for sure. So sometimes we need to be still and hold and stretch. Sometimes we need to move a little bit more. Something I always want to share, even when we're moving breath to movement, the movement is not fast. You should still be able to get a full inhale, whatever that looks like to you, and then a full exhale. And because we're all, me will be going faster or slower than you're at home. So you do your practice. At most, you're going to get a count or two behind, and it's not a big deal. Because the whole idea is that we're breathing. This is a breathing practice, first and foremost. And then it's also a subtle energy practice. So I haven't been able to practice much lately, right? Between work and teaching and parenting and just all the things. And yesterday, like at 4:30 in the afternoon, I finally made myself just practice. I had already eaten. I had everything, which are all the things I would tell you never to do. But I just needed all the other stuff. The physical part didn't even matter. I just needed to move and breathe, connect to myself, connect to my mat, and leave everything else for an hour. And that is always my offering to you. The physical part's great. It's fun. It can keep it new and fresh and can keep you connected whenever things, whatever. But it's everything else. It's truly, truly everything else. So there you go. It's my like 80 cents for the day. So let's start off in Sukhasana. If you have a couple of blocks, feel free to grab them. Par for the course, I forgot mine. So here we go. It's going to be great anyway. It's going to be fine. Root down through your sits bones. Cross your feet at the ankles and then sit up nice and tall. So you're going to feel like the crown of your head is lifting, so it elongates your neck. And then the knots on the fronts of your shoulders, roll them back and away from one another so you feel your shoulder blades pin down to your upper back. And then you have options to bring your hands to your knees. They can rest in your lap. And then I invite you to, you can either flip your palms up. This is kind of like if you're feeling like you have some energy to give, to receive. If you just need to ground down, flip your palms down and feel the pressure of your palms, of the ball mounds of your fingers and your hands as they press down into the tops of your knees and your thighs. And if you feel comfortable closing down your eyes, go for it. And then go ahead and exhale completely. Let all of that out. And then inhale through your nose. Let your belly expand, your rib cage opens, your heart will rise. Gentle pause at the top. And then exhale through the mouth. Gentle pause at the bottom. Inhale through your nose. It's that soft hold at the top. And then exhale through your mouth. Take it back down. Suspend at the bottom. Inhale through your nose. Suspend at the top. And exhale through your mouth. Switching to all nostril breathing at this point. Suspend at the bottom. Inhale through your nose. Hold at the top. And now exhale through your nose. Let the breath come back down and out. Two more just like that. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. Now removing that suspension, keep that even inhale and exhale. Allow for them to match both in duration and intensity. So you want it to feel like a clean wave in, matched by the same wave out. You can flicker open your eyes. On the inhale, reach your arms out and up. And on the exhale, drop your left hand to the left, reach your right arm up and over. Just stretch through your right side body for a moment, but root your right hip and your right sit bone down. And then maybe you gaze up underneath your right tricep. And then inhale, come right back through center, reach both arms up. Exhale, right hand to the ground, reach your left arm up and over. And then you inhale, come right back through center, arms to the sky. Exhale, twist over to the right. Right hand behind your right hip, left hand to your right thigh. Use your right arm like a second spine. Inhale, lift, lengthen. Exhale, twist a little bit more, gaze to your right shoulder. I feel a stretch through the left side, neck, all your scalenes and all of that. And then inhale, right back through your seated position, arms to the sky. Exhale, twist over to the left. Right hand to your left thigh, left hand behind your hip. On the inhale, you can press your finger pads down, lift your spine, roll the knots on the front of your shoulders back, and you twist just a little bit more. And then inhale, right back front and center. Exhale, take your elbows back and down, open up through your chest. And then inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, hands down to your kneecaps. Inhale, roll your shoulders back, press your heart forward. You're gonna feel like you're rolling forward on your sits bones. And then exhale to rock it back. Tuck your tail, tuck your chin, dome out your upper back. So it's a seated cat. And then inhale, roll back through, seated cow. Maybe you lift your chin. And then exhale, rock it back. And then inhale, come through center. And then try to keep everything else still. And I'm going to take the sweater off so that if you need to see what I'm talking about, I don't have this baggy thing on top. Although I like this baggy thing. Hands to your knees. I want you to think of just your rib cage moving in a circular pattern. So you're going to start moving your right side lateral ribs over to the right, and then forward, and then to the left, and then roll it back. So just try to move your rib cage around in a circular pattern. And then go in the opposite direction. Move your heart around. You know, honestly, this makes me shake, right? It's like my arms are shaking. Start to feel your heart circle around. And then come right back through center. Let's find hands and knees. Take your time. I'm gonna scoot it back so I land on my towel. And then stack your shoulders, your elbows, your wrists. Bring your knees underneath your hips. Spread your fingers out wide. And then traditional cat and cow. With the inhale, drape a soft belly down. Lift your chin, lift your tail. And then exhale, reverse the movement. Oof, dome out your upper back, navel to your spine. And then let's roll it back through. Inhale, press your heart between your upper arm bone. And then exhale, navel to your spine, dome out your upper back, tuck your chin, press the earth away, let your head hang. And then just move through a few rounds of cat and cow on your own. If what you really need is to take up your entire mat space, you can start to circle around. Find something that works in your body, physically, energetically, subtly, all that stuff. All right, y'all. Whatever you're doing, even it out from side to side. And then come back into your center box. Press your palms down. Curl up your toes. Now take an inhale. And then as you exhale, float your hips up and back into your inverted letter V, like you're pressing through water, right? So it's not just flinging yourself up. Nice and smooth. And then pedal out your feet. Let your head continue to hang down. Press your chest in towards your and you can lift one heel and then the other. Just feel your side to side. And then we inhale, roll to the balls of your feet, soft bend to your knees. And on the exhale, as many steps as you want. Take your feet to your hands. You can leave them about hip width distance apart, so that's roughly 2 fists widths. If you need to measure that between your feet. 2 fists between your inner arches. And then on the inhale, hands either to your blocks or to your shins. Take the crown of your head forward, your tailbone back, your belly in and up. And then exhale to your rag doll. Just let yourself drape down over your legs. You can grab onto opposite elbows if you like that sensation. You could thread your hands behind your head, the nape of your neck. Kind of go there. Find something that works. Now remember, you're still breathing here. And then let your head hang completely. Let your hands come back down. And then on the inhale, roll all the way up to standing, nice and easy. Roll your shoulders back and down as you exhale. Perfect. And then inhale, reach your arms out and up. On the exhale, take your left arm forward, your right arm back. Watch your right hip. As it tries to draw back with your right arm, you have to fire up your right side obliques, draw your right hip forward so it stays squared off to the top. And then inhale, float your right arm back to the sky. Exhale, take your right arm forward, your left arm back, watching your left hip this time. Breathing here. And then we inhale, rotate right back front and center. Exhale, take your elbows back and down, lift your chest. Stay for your inhale. And then exhale, Baddha Hasta. Interlace your fingers at the base of your spine. Inhale, puff up your chest. And then exhale, fold yourself down. Let the crown of your head hang. Work your fist up and over, but there's an internal rotation to your upper arm bone. So think of the head of your humerus in the shoulder socket. It's rotating internally so you protect your neck, your traps, all that good stuff. Tops of your shoulders. Take one more inhale. And then exhale, just let your hands come down to the ground, forward fold, Uttanasana. Now inhale, lengthen your spine, crown forward, tail back. On the exhale, step your left foot to the back of your mat and soften your left knee down to the ground. All right, so right knee stacks, 90-degree bend over the ankle. Inhale, float your arms up overhead, Salamba Anjaneyasana. So while you're here, think of your tailbone lengthening, the top of your pubic bone slightly drawing up towards your navel. Perfect, y'all. Inhale, reach your fingertips just a little bit higher. And then on the exhale, take your right hand to your right hip, reach your left arm up and over. So stretching through the left side body again, supported. Your right hand could also come down to a block or to the ground. And then inhale, both arms to the sky. Exhale, your left hand to your left hip, your right arm reaches up and over. Your left hand could come down to a block or to the ground. Just watch your right knee. And then inhale, bring both arms back to the sky. On the exhale, frame your front foot with your hands. Keep your toes tucked under on the left foot. And then shift your hips back. Straighten through your right leg. And if it's available, sit back onto your left heel. And then really pull your heart towards your right ankle. And continue to pull your right hip back, your left hip forward. Second and third toes point straight up. And then inhale, walk yourself back forward. Rebend your front knee. Float your arms back up overhead. Awesome. And then on the exhale, bring your hands to the small of your back. And then if it feels all right to point your fingertips up, go for that. And then cricket wing your elbows back. So you open up through your chest. You can roll your shoulders back. And again, focus here on the pit of your belly, drawing in and up to support your lumbar spine. And then feel your pubic bone lift up slightly towards your navel. There's a lengthening of your low back, even as you're arching your upper back. And then elbows, the elbow heads are pointing back directly to the back of your mat as much as possible, right? Don't force it. Take one more inhale here. And then restack your shoulders over your hips. And then exhale, frame your front foot with your hands. Left hand stays down. Inhale, reach your right arm up to the sky. Stack your right shoulder on top of the left. Your gaze could follow your right fingertips. One more inhale here. And then exhale, bring your right hand down to the ground. Inhale, come onto the ball of your back foot, lift your back knee. And then exhale, giant step forward. Your left foot meets the right at the top of your mat. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold yourself down. And then inhale, come all the way up to standing. And exhale, hands down to heart center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hinge at your hips, forward fold. Inhale, tabletop your spine. Exhale, step your right foot back, soften the right knee down, 90-degree bend to the left knee. Inhale, bring your shoulders over your hips, arms up over your head. Stay for the exhale. All right, so just breathing here. And remember, even here, as you breathe in, you know you're breathing in. As you breathe out, you know you're breathing out. Inhale. And then on the exhale, drop your left hand down to your left hip or to the ground. Reach your right arm up and over, stretching now through your right side body. Watch the right shoulder. And then inhale, take both arms back to the sky. Exhale, bring your right hand to your right hip or to the ground. Just watch everything. And reach your left arm up and over. And then inhale, shoulders over hips, arms up overhead. Exhale, hands frame your front foot. Sit your hips back towards your right heel if it's there. Otherwise, just keep your hips over your right knee and lengthen through your left leg. Flex your left pinky toe back towards your shin. And then inhale, pull your heart forward. Lengthen your spine. And exhale, spin your navel towards your left thigh bone. And then inhale, walk yourself back forward. Lift your back knee. No, leave your knee down. Kidding. And then bring your shoulders over your hips, your arms up over your head. Now we get length here first. And then on the exhale, bring your hands to the small of your back. Fingertips pointing up if that's available. Cricket wing your elbows back. Support your low back. Pull the pit of your belly in. So you're going to feel this on the front of your right hip and at the top of your right quad, right? As well as your spine. And then try to lift up out of your low back as you arch your upper back over an imaginary beach ball. And you'll see mine doesn't do a whole lot, right? It's the tightest part in my body, but that's all right. It's all good. And then on your inhale, bring your shoulders back over your hips. Give yourself a second. And then exhale, bring your hands down to the ground. Frame your front foot. Now your right hand stays rooted. Inhale, lift your left arm to the sky. Traditional drishti gaze point goes to the left hand. And you're breathing here. One more inhale. And then exhale, bring your left hand down to the ground. Curl up back toes, lift back knee, but this time step your left foot to the back of your mat. So you're in a high plank. Option is to go ahead and bring your knees down. We're just going to breathe here for 3. Think of your tailbone slightly tucking, navel in and up towards your spine. Your gaze is just in between kind of the index fingers, maybe a little bit in front of. Now everybody bring your knees to the ground. Press your bottoms up, heart slow. Chest and chin to the ground, gaze forward, hug your elbows in. So you're in like a little inchworm. And then slide to your belly. Pubic bone, toenails on the ground. And then exhale, bring your hips back towards your heels. And find your child's pose. Forehead down to the mat. You can roll it side to side if you'd like. And then we inhale here. Exhale, press up into all fours. Take a deep inhale, press your palms down, and then exhale, lift your hips up and back to downward facing dog. Your tailbone lifts high, let your head hang. And it's all good, y'all. On the inhale, float your right leg up to the sky. Use your whole breath. And then exhale, bend your right knee. Stack your hip. Option to just be here. Circle out your right ankle or stir your right thigh bone into your hip socket. If you're doing that, go in both directions. And then we inhale, lengthen through the right leg. Point your right pinky toe back down. And then exhale, step your right foot to your right thumb. Your left heel goes flat. Now inhale, press down through your right foot. Bring your shoulders over your hips. Arms up over your head for Virabhadrasana A. So warrior 1. Just be here. Your left toes are slightly pigeon-toed. It's going to help your left hip wrap forward, left side rib cage as well. And then you breathe, dropping low. Right knee is a 90-degree bend. Take your time. And then we inhale here. Exhale, open this up to a warrior 2. So probably going to have to fix up the feet. It's more of a tightrope rather than railroad tracks for 2 versus 1. Rebend your right knee. Drop yourself low. Arms are open out like a T. And then gaze over to your right fingertips. Breathe. So we're going to take a first round on each side, nice and slow, holding, feeling everything out. So it's just, I don't want to say get comfortable, but get to know yourself in these shapes. What do you need from them? And then on the inhale, flip your right palm, reverse your warrior, and then straighten through your right leg. Stay right here for the exhale. So it's a reverse triangle, flushing out your right hip. Take one more inhale. On the exhale, rebend your right knee. Reach your right hand forward, and your forearm can come to your thigh, or your right hand comes all the way down. Left arm reaches up and over, stretch through your left side body. Now watch your right butt cheek. If it starts to flare out, gently tuck it under so that it slides more towards your left heel, left inner arch. And again, gaze would follow your left hand here. And then on your inhale, it's warrior two. Gaze to your right fingertips. Exhale, windmill your hands down. You guys know if you want the chaturangas, take them. I'm going to have you step back and just lift into downward facing dog. Inhale, float your left heel to the sky. Use your whole breath. And then exhale, bend your left knee, stack your hip, yawn it open. Circle it out, do you? And then inhale, re-lengthen your left leg. Exhale, step your left foot to your left thumb, your right heel goes flat. And then inhale, bring your shoulders over your hips, your arms up over your head. Stay right here for the exhale. Watch your shoulders. And then firm up your right hamstring, your right glute to support your spine on the right side here. It's where that natural, gentle back bend just occurs. And you breathe. Gaze is to the tip of your nose or just slightly out in front of you. Some of you might take your gaze to your thumbs. And then it's one more inhale here. Ground down through the exhale. Inhale, prepare to transition. And then exhale, open yourself up, warrior two, left side. You might have to lengthen your stance. And fix up the feet so that your left heel intersects more or less the right inner arch. Doesn't have to be perfect. Then let your tailbone settle down. Arms out like a T. Shoulders back and down. Face is soft. Now exhale completely as you ground. And then inhale, flip your left palm, reverse your warrior, stay for the exhale. Watch your left knee. The tendency is to back out of the bend. For all of us, right? I do it too. Just saw myself. Take one more inhale. And then exhale, reach your left fingertips forward and down. Right arm reaches up and over. I'll catch the reverse triangle to straighten out through the left leg. Breathe here. Reach your right arm up and over. Now your left forearm could come to your left thigh or your hand all the way to the ground. And then gaze again will go to your right hand. You could also have a block to the inside of your left foot. Now just to flush out your left hip because I skipped it. On the inhale, lift back up, straighten through your left leg, reach your left arm back. Perfect, y'all. And then exhale, rebend your left knee, hands down to the ground. Step your left foot up and back. And breathe. Hips high, chest in towards the thigh. Let your head hang. Now we're going to take that breath to movement, but it's not to make you move fast in any capacity. It is to really lengthen out your breath. So from your downward facing dog, On the inhale, float your right leg up to the sky. Exhale, step your right foot all the way through. Left heel goes flat. Inhale, bring your shoulders over your hips, your arms up over your head. Exhale, open yourself up. Warrior two, this time with a straight leg. Inhale, flip your right palm, straighten your right leg, reverse triangle. Exhale, bend your right knee, reach your right hand forward and down, left arm up and over. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, hands to the ground. Step your right foot back and lift your hips up and backward facing dog. Inhale, float your left leg to the sky. Exhale, step your left foot through, right heel flat. Inhale, shoulders over your hips, arms up over your head. Exhale, open it up, warrior two, left side. Inhale, flip your left palm, straighten your left leg, reverse triangle. Exhale, bend your left knee, reach your left hand forward and down, right arm up and over. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, hands down, step it back, downward facing dog and breathe. Last round just like that. Inhale, right heel to the sky. Exhale, step your right foot through, left heel flat. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, flip your right palm, straighten your right leg. Exhale, extended side angle, right hand forward and down, left arm up and over. Inhale, shoulders over hips, warrior two. Exhale, hands down, right foot back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left heel to the sky. Exhale, left foot forward. Inhale, warrior one, left side. Exhale, open it up, warrior two. Inhale, flip your left palm, straighten your left leg, reverse your triangle. Exhale, extended side angle, rebend your left knee, right arm reaches. Inhale, shoulders over hips. Exhale, hands to the ground. Step your left foot back and then lift your hips up and back. Soften your knees to the ground if you want to take a rest. Hips to your heels. Forehead down, arms forward, child's pose, or stay in your inverted letter V shape for 3 more breaths. Wherever you are, take a deep inhale. Slow and steady exhale. Breathe it in. And empty it out. Last one. On your inhale, press up into all fours. And then exhale, find your way up and back to downward facing dog. Pedal it out. On the inhale, it's a soft bend to your knees to gaze forward. And then exhale, take your feet to your hands. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold yourself down. If you want, your feet can be about hip width distance apart, or you can zip them up together. It's really up to you. I like mine together because it's just what I like. On the inhale, bend your knees, sit your bottom back and down. Take your arms up for chair pose, Utkatasana. Pull the pit of your belly in. Hands can be at heart center or up overhead. You choose. We're not here for super long, just warming up the legs. Take one more inhale. And then exhale, straighten your legs, bring your hands down to heart center. Now root down into the 4 corners of your left foot. And then take your right ankle, cross it over your left knee. Let your right knee kind of splay open. And then there's a flex to your right foot. You're more than welcome to find the support and put your left hand on it or whatever, right hand. Otherwise, work the balance here, strengthening your left ankle. Begin to stick your bottom back and down, hinging at your hips. So you're taking your heart forward. Now your forearms rest on your right shin. And you just breathe here. Flare your tailbone towards the back of your mat. Good. Pull the pit of your belly in. Now bring your hands to the ground if it's available. We're all going to meet. Right ankle crosses over the left, pinky toe to pinky toe. So however you need to get there. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold yourself down. Let your head go. Now if you want, your left hand comes down right in front of your crossed toes, and then take your, my wrist popped. Take your right arm to the sky. Watching the hips, watching the low back. Try to twist from your navel center, and then gaze up towards your right hand. Take one more inhale. You can wrap your right forearm around the small of your back as you exhale if you want. And then you inhale, float your right arm back high. Exhale, fold it down over your crossed legs. Leave your legs crossed. Squeeze your inner thighs towards one another. And then inhale, come all the way up to standing. Oof, outer hips. And then exhale, unravel, big toe to big toe, hands down by the side body. Root down into the four corners of your right foot. Let's just take it over to the other side. Cross your left ankle over your right knee. Flex through your left foot. Pull the pit of your belly in to support you as you stick your bottom back with control. Hinge at your hips and take your heart forward. Flex through your left foot to support your knee. And then your forearms might find your left shin, your calf. You breathe. You start to bend more into your right knee if it feels appropriate. Pull your belly up. One more inhale here. And then exhale, bring your hands down to the ground, straighten through your right leg, cross your left leg over the right. Pinky toe, ankles crossed, so twisted root, yeah? And then inhale, lengthen your spine. Squeeze your inner thighs towards one another, so there is an internal rotation of your thigh bones here. And then if you want it, your right hand roots down just in front of your crossed toes. Press your palm down. And then take your left arm up. Watch your left hip if it tries to pull forward. Take an inhale. If you like it on the exhale, wrap your left forearm around the small of your back in a half bind. Continue to rotate through your upper back. Inhale, left arm to the sky. And exhale, left hand down. Keep squeezing everything in towards one another. And then inhale, come all the way up to standing, arms out and up. Exhale, unravel. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, fold yourself down. Inhale, lengthen. And then heel toe your feet out. Heels in, toes out. Bend your knees. And drop down into Malasana yogic squat. Hands to heart center. Now, let your tailbone drop. Stack your shoulders over your hips if it's available, right? I know that we kind of tend to start here. Eventually, you really want to be pulling back, stacking shoulders over hips. And you can kind of rock side to side if you'd like. Now, I got this move here from Amy Johnson. She would have a block here, and so would I if I were doing better today. But I'm not, so here we are. If you have a block, I would place one block at the center of the top of your mat. And then what we're going to do here, and I'm only going to have you do it maybe once or twice. Let's say twice on each side, once nice and slow so you feel it out, once maybe breath to movement. How about that? So what we're going to do, I will turn my right toes to 12 o'clock. I'm going to press down. This is going to be on the inhale. I'm going to press down onto my right foot, lift my left foot. My left hand is on my block on the ground, and then my right arm is going to reach up to the sky. So it's revolved half moon. So join me when you're ready. And then the exhale would be you sitting back down. Right hand comes back down, both toes go out, heels in, and you sit your bottom down. Now, your right hand would then come onto your block in the center. This is all on your inhale. The left toes would turn forward because you want your left toes to be at 12 o'clock instead of angling out. Press down into your right palm, your left foot. Lift your right leg up and back. Float your left arm high, so twisting, but also pay attention to what's happening in your right leg. Feel what's lifting your right leg. It's where your glute and your hamstring connect. Everything is lifting. You stack your left shoulder on top of the right. Maybe your gaze goes to your left hand, reaching for the sky. All of that would be on your inhale. And then the exhale, you bring both hands, both feet back down to the ground, heels in, toes out. Again, thank you, Amy Johnson. And then you can kind of rock it side to side. We're going to do it one time, breath to movement. So right toes turn forward. Inhale, left palm, right foot down. Left leg rises. Right arm twists open to the sky. Exhale, sit yourself down. Heels in, toes out. Bottoms low, hearts high. Inhale, turn your left toes forward. Right palm to the ground. Lift your right leg, left hand to the sky. And then exhale, sit it back down. Let it go. And breathe. Nicely done. Inhale, hands down, lift your hips, turn your toes forward. Exhale, forward fold, let your head hang, ribs to your thighs. On the inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, take it back. Pass through a chaturanga if you just need one today. It's all good. If you're like, nope, then skip it. And then let's meet in downward facing dog. Breathe. And then inhale, float your right leg up to the sky. On the exhale, step your right foot outside your right hand and soften your right knee, your left knee down. So coming into this low lizard, come down to your forearms if it's available, but paying attention to go equally into both arms, both shoulders. Not lifting the right shoulder here, dumping too much into the left. And spin your toes out to 1 or 2 o'clock. Option is to stay right here or roll to the outer edge of your right foot. What is it that you need? You could also take your right hand, slide it in towards your right inner thigh. You could bend your left knee, reach your right hand back. Right, there's so many places to go from this particular shape. You just got to listen to your body and know what it is that you need. And not always just what you want, right? What you need today. And if you did anything else, let that go. Let your hands come underneath your shoulders. And then shift your hips back and take a diagonal half split. Good. Now, you have the option to stay right here. We haven't done a whole lot of groin and inner thigh stuff. So if this feels like a lot to you, you're going to stay. If you want to follow me and rock back forward, and then slide your right leg out to a diagonal split. And breathe. And yeah, this is something that typically is pretty accessible for me. And today, it's like low-key trash, right? So know your body. And stepping on our mats as often as possible really helps us get that. If you're in the full, shift back nice and slow. And let's all walk ourselves forward. And then on the exhale, heel toe your right foot all the way to the left and come into your half pigeon. You do have the option to take this on your back and go into a reclined variation. Your forehead can come down to your left forearm. Keep your even and deep breathing here. As you breathe in, you know you're breathing in. And as you breathe out, you know you're breathing out. Slide your hands back. Inhale to lift your chest. Curl up your back toes. And then float your right leg up and back. Bend the right knee, circle everything out, whatever it is. We meet in downward facing dog. And then you inhale, float your left leg up to the sky. And on the exhale, step your left foot outside of your left hand. Let your right knee come down nice and easy. And then forearms if it's available. Doesn't have to be anything perfect, specific. And perhaps you turn your toes out to 10 or 11 o'clock. Display your left knee open. You could take your left hand towards your left inner thigh, roll it out. You could also bend your right knee, catch your right foot, your right ankle. And whatever you're doing, slowly release. Bring your hands back underneath your shoulders. Take an inhale. Let your left knee come up if it was splaying open. And then exhale, shift your hips back to your half diagonal split, half lizard split, whatever. If you want to stay here, stay. If you want to shift forward and then slide into your diagonal split, it's there. Your left leg is at a diagonal from your hip. Your toes are flexing back towards the shin. And then we shift it back. Hips over the right knee. Everybody inhale, rebend your left knee. Exhale, walk your left foot all the way over to the right. And then your right leg extends long behind you. Drape your chest over your left shin, your left calf. Your arms can reach forward or back. And take your half pigeon. It can also be on your back, whatever. Relax your brows and your jaw. And slide your hands back underneath your shoulders. Inhale to lift your chest. Now you do have the option to press back up into your downward facing dog so that you can circle out your left knee, hip, all that stuff. Or you can just roll over to the left like I did and bring your right leg around. We're going to meet in seated, so however you get there is how you get there, and it's perfect. And then once you are there, take a C curve to your spine and just roll down nice and slow. Coming on to your back. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Drop them over to the right. Turn your gaze to the left. If you need a belly up back bend, feel free to take one. It's there for you. And then on your inhale, bring your knees back through center. And on the exhale, drop your knees to the left, turn your face to the right. And then inhale, come back through center. And exhale, hug your knees in towards your chest. Bring your forehead up to your knee. Deep breath in. And then on your exhale, extend your legs forward. Let your arms come down by the side, body palms face up. As we meet in Shavasana, whatever shape resonates most in your body. Let your legs hang comfortably open if that's all right. The feet, the toes splayed out. And relax your face, the crown of your head, all the way down to the tips of your toes. And rest. What you need is to be here a little bit longer. Just tune me out and stay as you are. Otherwise, deepen your breath. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. And on your inhale, float your arms up overhead into your full body stretch. And on the exhale, hug your knees in towards your chest. And then roll over to the right. And you'll eventually press up into your comfortable, easy sit, just right here where you are. And your hands can rest in your lap, on your knees, so they can come together in Anjali Mudra at heart center, feeling your palms, thumbs in towards your sternum. So take this moment, this pause to reconnect to center, to source, whatever that means for you, right? Whatever it is. Knowing that in this place, in this space, we're all humanity, we're all connected, one and the same, all of that. And moving from that space every day, all day, even on the days where it just doesn't feel like that's true, right? Right. So thank you all for stepping on your mats. I appreciate your presence. Go be well, and namaste.